Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Roaming Prepper channel. I'm your host, Pete. Most of you already know who I am. And today I will be doing a live dinner. This is one of our family favorites for when the kids were at home. It was really simple and really easy to follow. So I hope everyone's doing well. First things first, you guys know I like to talk about house safety. 70% of home fires typically start in the kitchen. At least that's one statistic I read. And it's always, hold on, can't see the chat. Hey, everybody. Hey, Northern Girl, JH, Ashley, Klingon, and I think Stuart just went zipping by there. Anyway, important, again, as I said in another video, I keep one in the kitchen. I have one in the garage because, you know, you have chemicals and whatnot out there in a vehicle. And then one in the master bedroom. Now, before you guys make jokes about having a fire extinguisher in the master bedroom, think about it this way, because I heard this from an old firefighter in Houston. He said, if you get up at 2 in the morning, and this is when I had kids, and you hear your kids screaming, you open the door and there's fire, you're going to try and walk through fire to get to your kids. If you have a fire extinguisher, it would make life a lot easier. So think about that. When y'all place them, they usually come in a 2 or 3 pack. So make sure you have a couple spread out because you never know. We actually have 4. I forgot where the 4th one is, though. Might be in my office. But again, you never know where the fire will break out versus where you physically are. Totally avoidable. And also I have a first aid kit down here, which I'm not going to mess with. And hopefully I will not need on my live because that would suck a lot. But in any case, so thank you all for joining. So if you want to play this back at some later time, what I've got white jasmine rice. I've got 1 cup of that. I've got 1 pound of ground beef. This has actually been in long-term frozen storage. So this was actually purchased January. So it was purchased months ago. I've actually gotten to where I've managed to use up. Hey, Loretta, how are you? Managed to use up a lot of the older beef from 2020. I still have some pork I got to use. But this, I do have, well, it says jalapeno slices, but I stuck whole jalapenos in the juice anyway. So I do have jalapenos for those of you who like spicy. I have 1 can of Del Monte corn, again, from a long-term prep. You can also use dehydrated corn. Just remember to rehydrate it before you start cooking. And some black beans, bushes. Goya makes some really killer beans too. Now, if you don't like the beans, you can always go with refried or something else. Now, hold on just a second because I did forget something over here. And that would be, now I'm cheating on this one, right? I know how to make tortillas from scratch. It's a big pain in the ass. These are easy to do. And actually, these guys have a 6-month shelf life typically. Actually, this is longer. It's almost a year. Hey, Caribbean House, I'm glad you made it. And taco seasoning of your choice. H-E-B actually has one that's almost good as McCormick. And before I cook tacos, of course, a good beer. So I don't recall anybody being offended by me drinking before, so I'm assuming you guys feel free to go grab a beer yourself or whatever your beverage of choice is. So first things first, I'm going to kind of start with the rice because that's going to take the longest. So again, this recipe is not only pretty much all mid-term and long-term prep stuff, but it's also very simple to make. It's going to take me a little longer because I'm kind of talking and showing you guys while I do it. But take your 1 cup of rice, and I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do it in the Instant Pot. If you're going to do it in a boiling pot of water, you need roughly 2.5 cups of water per cup of rice. So it's a 1 to 2.5 ratio. If you're doing it in the Instant Pot, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to rinse these out real quick over here. I don't know if the camera will turn for me. And we will see if the camera will not fall into the sink, although that would be funny. The dog toys got taken away because we started fighting over toys that no longer have treats in them. And 2 of the 3 dogs are in dog jail. So wait, 2G isn't good enough anymore, and they're cutting my phone off in 30 days if I don't upgrade. Oh, so Joe, you're going to have to use 5G or whatever the hell else they've decided you should be using. So, by the way, when you're rinsing the rice, make sure you rinse it until the water kind of runs clear. You want to get rid of that extra starch. Move your beer. Don't spill your beer on your computer because that would suck. And then you pop it in there, and that can go in the sink. Now, for an Instant Pot, it's 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to put 1 cup of water. And as you can see in the background, Luna, so this is the big older corgi. She's waiting for mom because mom usually brings her treats. And I will have a video about the fat dog later because she didn't make it around the block and it was funny as hell. But anyway, so that's to start the, there we go. Oh, and I changed the U on that. That was weird looking. There we go. So for an Instant Pot, real simple. Again, if you're going to use it in a pot of boiling water, it's 2.5 cups boiling water per cup of jasmine rice. Get it boiling, stir it, don't let it stick, and then cover it and put it to low and let it simmer for 22 to 24 minutes. Depending, thank you, Northern Girl. I'm so happy because our last house was a 1970s vintage down in Houston. It was a big house. It was beautiful, but it was really dated. It was like, yeah, it was a 70s home, right? And then I got this one out here, and I'm super psyched. So, oh yeah, the counter space, actually all of this, I have this big island that you guys can't see, and then I have, I guess, a butler's pantry on the side here. So I've got like all the canning, dehydrated stuff. I've got all our glassware, so I'm super stoked about the kitchen. Anyway, when you're doing a, okay, hey Joe, look, if you got, hey D9, how are you? Joe, if you got to take care of the family, man, do your thing. 4G or newer, I will still never carry one. Joe's not feeling the love from the phone company. Make sure it's to sealing. And for the little Instant Pot, you just hit rice. Now, if you have an older style Instant Pot, I think you give it 14 minutes on pressure, manual, and it's pretty much the same thing. Now, important thing to note, when it stops, right, because it's going to come up to pressure, it's going to hold it for 13 minutes while it cooks, or 14, whatever it is, and then it stops. Do not vent it. Because what you've got is, again, ideal gas law, ideal fluid. You've got a bunch of hot water that really can't boil because it has nowhere to go. So it stays in a water or liquid state in the Instant Pot and soaks into the rice. If you boil it out, not only will the rice not cook, it'll change the temperature in the pot abruptly, and you'll burn the rice at the bottom, and you get stuck rice. And that's a big pain in the butt to get out. So again, if you're doing it on a pot, it's 20-25 minutes and covered. And then by the time you get your timer, you look, it should be nice and fluffy, and you just fluff it up and let it sit for a bit. So it does suck out their brain. Actually, my new sport lately, now that my kids are older, is to roll really slow at the mall or whatever shopping center I have to go to while I'm going about my business. Roll up to people who are totally oblivious and looking at their phone, but right in the middle of where I'm freaking driving in the parking lot, and honk them. I don't honk ugly. I just, bang, you know, one quick or bang, bang, and wait for the fun, because inevitably someone falls down. And that lack of situational awareness scares the crap out of me. But anyway, okay, rice is started. So I got ground beef, and I got this other stuff here. So I'm going to move this camera, so you guys bear with me, because I don't have fancy multi-camera. I got a camera. Let's make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Let's make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. All right. Hey, Dawn, how are you? Yeah, you know what? I just bought beers, and I found the margaritas the daiquiris I was talking about the other day. Can you guys still hear me? Because I know I'm away from the camera, which is also my microphone. But I'll put a little bit of Crisco or some other canola oil. Now you're probably wondering why not olive oil. Olive oil definitely tastes and smells better, but it's a very low smoke point. And if you, that's going to smoke on me. Let's get a little bit of I open this up. Okay, great. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Caribbean House. I appreciate it. And again, by the way, they do have dehydrated ground beef. Hey, Homestead Oz, I'm glad you made it. Cheers. I may have overheated. Yeah, that's going to set off an alarm. Anyway, so we'll let that do its thing. Get a little water on that. So, while I'm doing that, I'm going to let that meat kind of do happy things in the skillet there. Sorry. So, one of the things I love, I kind of was late thawing the meat because of work. If it wasn't for that, I actually would have had already mostly thawed meat. This is kind of like half frozen, half thawed. So I'm going to have to argue with it a little bit. Now, if you're using a dehydrated beef, like Augustin Farms or Mountain House, make sure you reconstitute it to where it's kind of beef looking before you toss it in the skillet. But I'm going to break the meat apart. And in the meantime, what I'm going to also do is I'm going to set my beans and my okay, I finally got the smoke under control, so I can turn this bad boy off and move my camera back. That got exciting for a second there. All right, so you guys should be able to see my kitchen. Awesome. So over here, I will do beans. And again, this whole recipe is really simple. I'm also going to pre-bake for these guys, the taco shells. And again, you can also use these if you prefer the soft tacos. As you can see, I have this beautiful cast iron comal that was actually hecho in Mexico. This was from Mexico, and it actually has, the guy used a little hand stamp to stamp it when we bought it. It was really cool watching it get made. That skillet, or that comal, is probably, well, Joe, they also have what is that stuff called? The beef substitute. So if meat gets rare, which some of us theorize is the goal of certain people in the universe to hurt the meat industry, there are alternatives like, the soy meat or whatever, which if you douse it in this stuff, you don't taste it, but there's definitely a difference in the consistency. This, by the way, is 93 beef, and I bought this when it was super cheap and on sale, which is why I bought so many, and I froze them. Because I know, otherwise you can't afford the crap. So I'm going to start those beans in the back, and I'm going to do the corn over here. And again, you can use fresh corn too, guys. I'm just doing it with preps because I got to rotate them anyway, and I thought I'd give you guys some neat ideas. it doesn't take very long to heat all this stuff up. I do like to put a little bit of butter in the corn and then cover it so that it kind of steams with a little water and butter. And by the way, if any of you are ever in this area, feel free, and out in West Texas, feel free to come by and have a barbecue with me. Homestead, how's it going down in Australia? And something just beat. Oh, that's my Instant Pot. So, in any case, so we got the meat going. Remember, when you're using either cast iron or stainless steel to preheat it, I kind of overdid it a little. But if you try to use it like a Teflon pan, it tends to really sear and burn the meat, and then everything gets stuck. I also, like I said, I use a little bit of oil. You could also use water if you don't want that oil. And you kind of break this up. That's going to take a bit. It didn't defrost anywhere near as much as I hoped. I pulled it out a little too late in the day, but I'll get it going. So, okay, great, Homestead. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, a little bit of water will help, Sherry. So I'm going to add some of that. I've been trying to add not too much at a time, but I guess we'll have to use the heat a bit and let it do its thing. So we'll let that break up a bit. Now for the beans, we like to use a little bit of jalapeno. So let's see if I can fish one at it. Nope, that didn't work. So I'll take a little jalapeno and I'll cut one up and just kind of throw it in the beans. Oh, that knife sucks. I don't like that knife. We use a different knife. If you listen carefully, actually, you can hear the hissing of the Instant Pot in the background. Now, if you're not a fan of jalapenos, you do not have to put these in there. I like to. Throw those puppies in there so they can do jalapeno things, and I'll eat that. Ooh, that was spicy. God bless. Yeah, you did just watch me eat a pickled jalapeno piece. Whew. Tasted good though. So, we're going to let this all cook. I'm going to turn both on. I'm going to let them kind of simmer. The meat's going to take a little bit. We'll move this camera back. And I'm going to show you guys how to make pico de gallo with your mouse, I guess. If you haven't made pico de gallo before, it's actually a really simple... Size mixing bowl. It's actually a really simple dish. If I know a lot of you guys grow tomatoes and cilantro and stuff like that, and basically it's onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and lime juice, and you kind of mix it up. So okay, Homestead, hey, you take care. Thanks for popping in. I know it's kind of, you guys are on the other side of the world there, so it's probably 5 in the morning or something over there. So anyway, so guys, any exciting things you want to talk about while we're kind of waiting for all the dinner to do happy things? I cheat sometimes, and if you have, the reason I do this, normally I cut them up by hand, the tomato, onions, and cilantro. H-E-B makes them fresh every other morning, so I just drop it in there. And they're a little skimpy on the cilantro, so I throw extra cilantro in there. And it kind of comes out much yummier. Now, the reason I started using the pre-made H-E-B stuff, even though it cost me a couple of bucks more, is it's when you have a school night and you have 3 kids, including 2 lacrosse players, and everybody's hungry, and they all show up at once, you want to eat as quickly as possible and shut them up so they can go somewhere else. Or at least feed them so they can go do their doggone homework. Sorry, guys, had a malfunction here. So typically you take the HEB pre-made pico, you got some cilantro, and I will throw a bunch of lime juice in there. Oh, that's not right. Hold on a second. There we go. Also part of the long-term preps. Believe it or not, this, before you open it, I think it has a 1-year shelf life. Once you open it, you have to refrigerate it. And this is not scientific. I just kind of measure it out. And I like the taste of the lime juice, so I get a little happy with it. You also need a little salt and pepper, so we're going to do that as well. And the beef is finally coming along. Sherry, you were absolutely right. A little bit extra water definitely helped my cause. So thank you for that recommendation. That was great. But if you're getting this fresh from the store, which many of our non-preppy neighbors do, it should come thawed in theory. This is kind of salt and pepper to taste. So, you know, you play around with it a bit. Kind of let it sit, absorb all the juices. It smells really good. And there you go. And a drink of beer, because that always makes people happy. I've been heating up the oven for the taco shells. And again, you can heat up shells on the comal, or you can use something like this. Either way, it's good. I found these on sale. They were $1 a piece if you bought 10. And they have a 8-month shelf life. So I'm like, I know I'm going to eat tacos at least once a month for 8 months. So I'll do that. So that kind of worked out for me. And yeah, gang. So we're gonna put that pico back in the fridge. And oh, sorry about that. You can use parsley. Traditionally, the old traditional dish included cilantro, but again, pico is it's one of those things you can play with. So I know someone doesn't like the onions. They put a little bit of onions, but then they put mangoes in there and they make mango pico. I've even seen avocado pico, kind of like a guacamole, guacapico. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, you can play around with it and kind of adjust your recipe accordingly. So for those of you who didn't see, General Mills, the last general under Trump, recently said that he had instructed all the generals in the Pentagon that if they got any weird orders to launch nuclear missiles, to not do it without telling him first. Because after the riots of the 6th, he was afraid someone might do something stupid, or I don't know exactly where he was going with that. But of course, those comments were in his new book. So, yeah. Avocados are horrible. Yeah. No, you know what? Avocados have a place in the diet, but some people way overdo the avocado thing, and that kind of gets awful. And Loretta loves the avocados. Awesome. Or the cilantro, sorry. Be right back, guys. Wait on just a second. Now, I do like to test with some chips, so we're going to go and test that pico as I break the bag. I love when you try to open a chip bag and it opens down the side instead of across the top, because that makes it so much more fun. Let's see if this pico came out good. Wow, really good. So, a little bit of more salt and pepper, and I'm going to let it go in the fridge. I do recommend keeping the pico refrigerated. If you make guacamole and you have a food saver and you have that attachment, you can get one of those little containers and suck the air out, put the guacamole in there so it doesn't turn colors on you. Anyway, the pico's going to go in the fridge for a bit and kind of do whatever pico the gallo does in the fridge. And it tastes better. Hey, Chris, how are you? Avocados aren't my thing. Yeah, I like them in guacamole and certain other recipes. There's certain things that, yeah, the avocados for me can go sideways very quickly if not done right. But guys, pretty much this is done. Now, what I'm going to do is add to the meat. I'm going to turn this camera a little bit here so you guys can see. I'm going to add this as soon as this cooks through a little more. Don't add this too soon. And by the way, this is good till 2023. So this, and I bought this like 7 months ago. So this literally has a 3-year shelf life. So again, not a single thing here has been stored for less than 6 months. And I'm doing a whole dinner out of this. So again, you know, hey, Heroic Prepper, how are you, man? Are you where you can jump in? Oh, Yardbirds, you missed it, man. Oh. So I know this was all pre-made stuff, so catching up Yardbirds. And by the way, guys, look over here. You see I got 2 minutes on that Instant Pot. And don't mess with the valve. I literally watched someone go, what's this metal thing? And, okay, no worries, man. Pushed it, and hot steam came out, and he got a 2nd-degree burn on his finger. And we were all telling him, no, and he burned himself anyway. So don't let stupid people near cooking tech because they're going to hurt themselves. Anyway, remember, very important, don't vent it. Once it cooks, turn it off, unplug it, and let it settle naturally. When that little metal thing goes in, that's the valve. It drops in. That means the pressure's kind of dissipated naturally, and you can fluff it. Northern, you should, oh, well, you're on the trailer. Doggone it. You could hop in for 5 minutes and just say hi real quick. I'm kind of having a hard time tracking who's in and out of the chat because people keep jumping on and out. Well, if anybody wants to come in and commentary on cooking, you can jump in. Is that the trailer for the property? So anyway. So now that the meat's cooked through, now I'll add the seasoning. You don't want to add it too soon because it'll cover whether or not the meat is actually cooked. I want to be able to make sure the meat is not pink anywhere before I cover it with a bunch of seasoning. So now this guy stopped, so I'll just turn it off. Unplug it. I'm done with that until it cools off. And that's going to take another 15 minutes. So camping trailer. Oh, are you going to get a pop-up? Oh, hey, there she is. Hold on.
Hi, it's me.
Hey.
I wonder why my thumbnail doesn't come up.
I don't know.
Weird.
Are you on a phone?
No, I'm on my laptop. But my thumbnail should appear, but that's okay. Yeah,
Click
no.
on the upper right of your little people. Your little avatar, there should be a 3 dot, and I think you can.
Oh, I have to upload it again? One sec.
Were you trying to do a video or do your avatar?
There we go. There, I'm back.
Oh, hey.
My planet.
You did it. Success.
Yeah, my camping trailer. Well, I'm hoping that it'll be mine.
So is it going to be like an RV or are you going to do like a pop-up trailer?
Yeah, it's just a pop-up one for like $2,600.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's a good price. Jeez.
I think so too. And it's like 20 minutes up the road. So I'm hoping that it works out. Yeah, Sherry says bargaining skills. I'm going to try, Sherry.
Yeah, no, what did Sherry say? Bargaining skills. Oh. So 2,600 for a pop-up trailer is not bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because my dad just bought one too, and it's really nice on the inside by the photos. So I'm going to make sure that all the underneath is good to go and stable.
Right. You may want to make sure it doesn't have any water damage hidden somewhere. That happened to my dad.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's one of the sad things about the pop-ups is if they don't take care of them, that little thing on top may leak in.
Yeah. So I hope he's got it up and open and everything there by the time we get there. So I'm just waiting for Alex to get home, and then we're going to take a ride out.
Cool. How's it going with the neighbors for you and the Hubs?
Our neighbors?
Yeah.
Well, you know, aside from the one being weird going around the community saying stuff that we never got the zombie juice.
But nobody else really was like, eh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's
okay.
good.
I see Caribbean House in here now. How come I can never see Caribbean House like when I'm just on YouTube?
I don't know. It shows a Caribbean House is in the chat on YouTube.
I hope I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never see Caribbean House on YouTube. I thought it was an imaginary person you were talking to.
No, it's an actual person. Oh, hey, Heroic Prepper from the East Coast is there. Hey, how you doing, bud?
Cool.
Hey, can you hear us? Mike?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
hi.
There's our boy. Have you met Northern Girl yet?
I have not. How are you? I hope you're well.
I'm working on it, you know. My birthday tomorrow, man.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. I had to use the calculator on Google to find out how old I'm going to be.
27.
Yeah, I wish.
27.
Every woman is 27, believe me.
Yeah.
I am. You know what's funny is I just turned 41, and believe it or not, like I feel like I'm 60, but that's another story. But anyways, hey man, Romy, I'm glad you're having the show. I'm glad that you're allowing me to jump on with you. So I appreciate that.
We've been trying this for a while.
I know. I would show my face, but my son is half naked here playing with Pokemon. So
that's fine. I don't think there's a single person on the chat that doesn't have kids or has to babysit someone's kids. So totally understand. I don't
have kids.
Huh?
I don't have kids.
But you got to babysit someone at some point, no?
Well, just the illegal chickens and Stitchberry.
Nice. Yeah, I'll tell you, like we're having, and like I'm not sure if you know this, and I'll throw this out there to everybody, is that we're actually having an infestation of lantern bugs. If you ever seen them, it's pretty crazy right now. Yeah, it's crazy. If you look it up, look up lantern flies. It's absolutely insane.
Fly.
Yep.
Let me see if I can do that. Lantern.
Yeah, check it out. It's super bad here in New Jersey. I mean, absolutely terrible.
Oh, wow, that's ugly. It looks like a cracked out cicada.
Yeah, and guess what? The worst part, well, first of all, it came from China. And second of all, and worst of all, here's the problem. It kills your aquaculture. So all your vegetables, all your fruits, all that stuff. And I'm telling you, I woke up this morning and we had like 70 just on the front lawn. It's absolutely insane.
Remember the gypsy moths back in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Stupid little, man, we used to kill them. The kids would go with lighters, knock them all down and burn them, throw them in the animals.
Now, if you read up on these things, they tell you to kill these things, to actually kill them. The problem is that they can actually, like I said, they can actually destroy your vegetables, your garden. And believe it or not, I had a pumpkin patch. In a matter of 2 weeks, it's gone. That's how bad it is.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep. I'm actually going to do a video on it tomorrow. I had a beautiful pumpkin patch just absolutely destroyed in 2 weeks.
Holy cow. Yeah, do a video. I'll have to go over and find your channel.
Guys, is it me, not to be whatever, but like there's a lot of bad things coming from China. They've been
it is what it is. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on, and it's funny. I actually just talking to a couple of friends of mine that are, preppers like myself, and we were talking about it, and we think it's almost planted here in a way, like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Because if you look them up, these things actually, like I said, they kill your vegetables, they kill your fruits, they kill their trees. It's insane. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going to make a video. You guys are going to be absolutely shocked on it, how much they actually destroy. And the worst part is that they die in the winter, but their eggs live in the winter, which is insane.
Really? So how do you get rid of those eggs? I mean,
well, what happens is they stick on trees. So what happens is, like, you'll see them. They almost look like, unfortunately, alien eggs from the movie Alien, but on trees.
Oh, like those little, they look like a little pod.
Yeah, but it's on the tree, stuck on the tree. And I kid you not, they said you got to kill it because they wanted us to report to our town if we're seeing them, and it's just so bad.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's insane. If you guys get a chance, I'll send you some like
Please do.
Articles. It's insane. It's absolutely insane right now.
Guys, if you haven't seen, I know most of you know Northern Girl because she's like the admin extraordinaire for everybody. and half of us couldn't function without her and Klingon Princess and Joe and a few others. But Heroic's got a channel. It's still growing like mine, so please check them out.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm going to jump off the screen, and then I'll be listening because I got to get ready.
Great. No, good luck with the trailer.
Thank you, and thanks for the birthday wishes.
It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. I'll check your channel out, and I'll give you a thumbs up and a sub.
I'll take it.
Right on. Okay, have fun. I'll be here listening.
All righty.
So what are you making, my man? Let's see it.
All right, so tonight's taco night. I know you were kind of rolling in late. Did you win the football thing yesterday?
Yes.
Nice.
I did. And believe it or not, we just had, because I think we're ahead of you in time, we actually just had Taco Tuesday night ourselves here.
Yes.
Yes, Taco Tuesday is my favorite. You know what's funny is my wife, she makes it with bison meat, which is absolutely amazing.
With what?
Bison.
Oh, wow. I don't think we've done that.
I'm telling you, I recommend it. Bison, ground beef, ground meat is super good. They eat the tacos, but Romy, I take care of my body, so I kind of like, I'll skip. Oh, hey, hello.
She hears new people and she doesn't know who's there. And she's like, I don't see people, so I'm gonna stare at Dad. Now she got embarrassed. She turned around.
It's fun. Nah, hey, it's all good. You know what? All my kids were just here. All three of them saying, "Hey, you coming outside to play kickball?" So all good.
No,
all
definitely
good.
Go do that, man. That's go hang out with the kids. But
for sure. No, but I wanted to jump on, say hello, and I appreciate your support also on my channel.
Absolutely, man. I like your channel, man. I love chatting with you. So yeah, man, go have some fun with the kiddos. Just for everyone in the chat, as well as Heroic, we're trying to get a group of people and just very informally, like a whole, almost like a marathon, just people popping in and out of different channels one night. We just got to figure out when everyone's able to do it at the same time.
It's super tough for everyone. But hey, guess what? You know what? I'm actually going to do something pretty cool next week, which, and I'll share with you now, is I'm going to do a live stream 7 days a week. It's going to be 7 days in a row. And whoever wants to pop on, whoever does it, it's all good. I think it'd be cool just to have 7 days in a row. And anyone that wants to, jump on, you're more than welcome. So,
yeah. So definitely do a short video. So everyone, you've got a few new subs in the chat. They just kind of.
I appreciate that, everyone. I really do.
So, just announce it so we all know what time it is. I'm assuming it'll be in the evening, right?
course, yeah, probably late at night because I want to make sure the West Coast, the Midwest can jump on for sure.
Right.
I'm thinking like 10 p.m. at night Eastern time, so everyone has the opportunity to
Yeah,
jump
because
on.
I'm like you. You get up what 4:30, and I'm up at 5:30.
Yeah, man, you know, I'm up super early.
I am too, at least for local time. I'm probably actually wait. You're 4:30. No, we'd be 3:30 here. We're still so. Yeah, but I'm up 5:30 local here.
Yeah, you're up the same time as me, for
Yeah.
sure.
So, but
Awesome,
guys, if you haven't, check him out. He's a great guy, and Don wants a taco.
I do too. Awesome, man. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks very much. Thanks,
All
Romy.
right, buddy. Hey, be safe. All right, folks. So and that was awesome. I love getting some of our other folks in here. Bug Dude, welcome. Don, welcome. And Northern Girl's going to she's going to record a short, so you guys keep an eye out for her short, and then scroll up and read my post in all caps, please. Where would it go? Let's see. Sherry had a question, which went way back there. Yeah, it all blew past. Oh, I don't find it. Not seeing it. Yeah, I'm looking for it, Joe. I cannot find it though. And Joe, if you can find it, can you flag it or don't put her in timeout by accident? We've like has been done to you on one occasion. I don't see it. Oh man, I'm not seeing it. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I can. All caps. Can't. Okay, Northern Girl doesn't see it either. Sherry, can you repost it? We're not finding it. I went back almost to the beginning, pretty much. No, but anyway, while we search for Sherry's post. Okay, Loretta couldn't find it either, Sherry. It may not have posted. That's why I didn't see it. But to be fair, while I'm cooking and kind of talking to folks, I may have missed it, but it looks like it. Nobody can find it. So I'm going to put the taco shells. By the way, the taco shells require 7 minutes. It's on the box. Let's do 7 minutes. Oh, no, not. And I'm a genius. There we go. Bam. 7 minute timer. So, possible. Nobody can see it. Okay, Sherry posted again. We can try again. Although Bug Dude did have a good point. The automated mods may have got you before we could see it. And by the way, I don't know the shelf life of the beer, so I'm suspecting any beer is good beer. But guys, that's about it. Now, I noticed one of the taco shells was actually cracked, and that sometimes happens with the preformed ones. Instead of opening a whole new box, what I'm going to do, I'm heating up the comal back here. Whew, and I'm going to use these. Now, these don't have a great shelf life, but they're super yummy. These are the tortillas that puff up. And, oh, yeah, well, we've done that when we're in a rush, but the oven gives them a nice crispiness. But, yeah, if you got to get the kids to practice, Yardbird's right on. Just throw them in there and bam. So now for those of you who may not have noticed what I just did here, you see in the back burner here, I don't know, I can't zoom in with this camera. Oh, play her binge list. Okay, where's her binge list? Where's her binge list? Sherry? Is it in the channel under her videos? Because that'll be easier. Yeah, we'll get a bunch of, that's tomorrow, right? So guys, make sure you wish Miss Jen and her family well. Tomorrow is her birthday. And look up in her playlist. Okay, so there you go, guys. I got the tortilla heating here. So this is pretty much it, guys, for this particular meal. I'm going to move the camera one last time. So before I watch, I'm going to drop all the food on the floor like a genius. So there we go, guys. So this has all been heating up. And just all this on an open fire. Yeah, now, to be honest, everything we're making here, hey, and Five Virgins, thanks for joining in. You can make on a fire pit. You can make it on an open fire. You can make it on a propane grill if that's all you have. So notice this tortillas, the well-made ones, they puff up when you put them on the comal. I love cooking on the comal. It just gives everything a nice taste. So we're gonna go in there and mix that around a little bit. That's the corn for the side. The beans have jalapeno that I cooked in earlier. I'm just gonna give them a quick stir. And guys, gang, that's about it. I'm still waiting on that rice to finish. The valve has dropped actually, so nope. There we go. So I should be able to open it and fluff. And there we go. So there you go. And so the only thing that really held me up was the meat still being frozen. If you turn on the stove and pull out the pans real quick, you can, hey Appalachian, I'm glad you made it, hon. We are cooking tacos tonight, and everything has been stored for no less than 6 months. So this is like prepper tacos. So prepper taco night. I don't know. But you look at the rice. Now again, if you're gonna, that came out really nice. It smells good too. If you're gonna make it in a pot, remember it's 2.5 cups to 1 cup of rice. And you don't typically need to rinse it if you're going to put it in a pot. If you're doing it in the Instant Pot, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If you put 2 cups in there, you're going to get rice pudding, and it'll be really ugly. So it's not going to be tasty at all. But gang, that's it. Appalachia. So hold on a second here. Appalachia, I don't know where you are right now. But if you want to hop on, got another few minutes, and then. But if you want to hop on and say hi real quick, guys, if you have not followed Appalachia, please do so. There are job openings at Taco Bell. No, that's not real tacos. Ugh, that's awful. That's drunk people tacos. So I'm getting texts from my daughter. She went somewhere today. Oh, no, hop on if you want. We just had a Northern Girl and Heroic Prepper who's from Jersey, and he'd been posting about the Hurricane Ida that went up there and beat them up. And the two of them were on for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So if you want to hop on, let me know. If you're not where you can talk, Taco Bell is a laxative, especially with a beer. It's like White Castle, for those of you who've never had that. But, well, guys, that's about it. Now, if the meat's already thawed, everything's kind of already done. Oh, I kind of burned that tortilla, but that's all right. I got more. Yes, and Loretta, not right now, but appreciate it so much. No worries, hon. Everybody, Appalachia, I think we've posted everyone's YouTube channel who's kind of been invited or coming in. If you have a YouTube channel, let the mods know. especially if you're trying to add count and you're creating stuff and you're having some troubles. I figure if we all invite each other repeatedly, eventually we'll all like move up together like a incoherent herd of some type. But yeah, well, we'll catch you another one, Appalachia. But everybody, you guys be safe. I'm going to start plating this stuff. And I got to feed the dogs because now the old corgi's giving me the death stare, which is like, feed me or I'm going to get salty with you. So, folks, until next time, check out those other channels. Definitely check out Mike's channel on Heroic Prepper. He's a fun guy. He's also on Instagram. Caribbean House, take care, everybody. Have a safe evening. Have fun at dinner. You all be safe. I will see you later this week or in the weekend, depending on how my week goes. I got some contracts to work on, so I may be tied up. No worries. No, Joe, we're good. Actually, we've posted the Loretta posted the links for Appalachia, and somebody posted Heroic and Northern Girl. So yeah, guys, check out these channels. These are great folks and really fun to listen to. Everyone, have a good night, and you all be safe. Take care, and I'll see you later this week. God bless.